Hi everyone, my name is Guzi, and in this video I'm going to show you a super handy way how to set up a multi-track session in Ableton's session view. So if you ever struggled with adjusting start and end points of scenes and clips, this tip will save you a lot of time. So let's jump right into it. So the idea is, when you're running multi-tracks or stems live in Ableton, things like cues, guitars, synths, backing vocals, and so on, you still want the flexibility to move freely between different song sections, whether it's during rehearsals or live on stage during your performance. But to make that work, you will actually need to break the song down into song sections and set them up as scenes. And once you do that, you will quickly run into the issue that for every single clip, you would have to manually set the start and end points. So for every clip in here, you would have to set the start and the end point. So today, I'm going to show you a clever workaround for batch editing start and end points in Ableton's session view. Yes, so let's get into it. Normally, there's no built-in batch edit feature for setting those start and end points of multiple clips at once. But it's a workaround I found in forums, so it's not an official Ableton feature or an Ableton solution, but it works great. And also it will save you a lot of time if you have like a whole concert set running with lots of tracks and scenes. Plus, in session view, once you have everything set up, you can automate things like MIDI presets, changes for your instrument, or changing and manipulating sounds on your keyboard, making your live performance even smoother. But the main focus today is how to get all of those start points right without doing them one by one. So let's just start by looking at the problem. If you have an entire song in just one big scene, you wouldn't be able to jump into the middle of it during rehearsal or even like during your performance. So I will just quickly show you.
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
You wouldn't be able to jump like
Refrain.
just jumps. I mean, you could jump for one clip individually, but if you're selecting multiple clips at once, it doesn't work for whatever reason. So you just
1, 2, intro, 2.
if you want to like have the full song, just full song and the set, you would just drag your files into the specific track and warp them. And then you would just play the first scene, and you would have the first song
1,
the full song into one scene. But as I already mentioned, it's not working to jump from one section to another. So that's why we break the song into multiple scenes, like intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, and so on. So you can start like and move anywhere you want into the song. Plus, as I already mentioned, if you set up that way, you can like have MIDI clips that are sending out MIDI signals to your keyboards, your guitar pedals, whatever. They change your presets or even change effects like reverb or delay or opening, closing, low pass filter. You can do a lot of things with automations. And also if your keyboard and whatever you're working with supports that, of course. But here's the catch. Ableton, as I already told you guys, wouldn't let you change start and end points for multiple clips at once. So you could change here start and end points of one selected, but as long as you're not selecting multiple clips. When you're selecting like 4 clips at once, for whatever reason, you wouldn't be able to type in anything. You can batch edit things like follow actions or warping or the gains or whatever, but you cannot do them for the start and end points. And that's what makes this workaround so useful. So here's how we do it. First thing would be to think about how you want to split your sequences. In most cases, it just makes sense to stick to the main structure of the song, like count in, intro, refrain, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, whatever works for you best. But you can really break your tracks up however you want. And yeah, once that's done, just pick one track that you're going to set up perfectly. We would do that for the cues in this case. You would have to listen closely to what's actually playing on the track and then set your start and end points of those clips based on the structure that you've decided on. So also set the follow actions so everything runs smoothly from one clip or one scene onto the next, and double check that everything works exactly how you want it to, because this track is going to be your template for all the others. If something's off and you realize it too late, you would have to fix it on every copied track, and that's a huge pain. So just be sure it's right, and better get it right from the first time. So let's just do it together. Let's just take the cue track, for example. Let's just name it cues. What you would have to do is, first of all, yes, let's warp it. And then just listen to what's playing actually, as I already told you guys, what's actually playing on that track. In this case,
1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
so here's for the count in, it's just playing 2 bars of, counting in. That means you would have to set the follow action to next after 2 bars. Type in 2, and that way it jumps to the next. The next would be the intro. Let's just, so 2 bars from the first one, that means that the next sequence or the next MIDI clip or audio clip in this case would have to start not at 1 but at 3 after 2 bars. And then listen to what that does.
Refrain.
Yeah, so what that does is 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and then it would jump to the next sequence, the refrain in this case. So just set up the follow action for next to 4 bars. And then the next one, so we started this one at 3.1.1. This one after 4 bars should start at 7. And the next one is gonna be like the same, but just listen to it.
Refrain. 1.
And this blue marker tells you that it would jump to the next scene. In this case, let's just say it should stop. So just listen to it again.
1, 1, 2, intro, 2, 3, 4.
So it's here now.
Refrain.
Now it's here.
Refrain.
All right. That should be it. So I did that just for the cues track for all of the scenes. So you can see that every start and the end point is in this case is not very important, but the start point is 3, 7, 15, 23, and so on. I also like to add the bars into the scene description, so I know if something's not right, I can always look up how many bars I had to set them up to jump to the next scene. So I already did that for the cues. You would listen to it closely and make sure everything runs smoothly, and then the next step is coming. So then what happens is you copy everything, the cue track, every clip that you already set up, and move it to the next track that you want to do. Let's just say we're going to do the synth bass in this case. Just make sure you're renaming them. Color code them also, so that it gives you it just helps knowing very fast what's what, and having a clean template to work with and a clean, you know, just a clean live set. Make sure you're not running into problems. So what you would do next is you double click on the first clip, and the clip view opens up and shows you the sample editor. In this case, it's still the guide reference to. The next thing would be you set up your the screen that way, so you have Ableton on one half and the Finder on the other half. And what you would do next is, in this case, we want to have the synth bass changed. What you would do is like drag and drop the synth bass audio file onto the sample editor. So what that does, it just changes the referenced audio file, but it keeps start and end points and the warping, the gain, and the follow actions. It keeps them up, but it just changes the audio file basically. So what you would do now is, here comes the trick. Double click, as I already mentioned, drag and drop. We already did this for the first. Then you press the down arrow key and do it again. Down arrow key, dragging. So you repeat this process for every scene in your synth bass track. So it's done. So now you have the start and end points for every scene for the synth bass already dialed in. Another tip is like to make sure you're staying inside of Ableton window, so that the down arrow key is actually letting you move freely from one scene to the next, or one clip to the next. If you would click into the Finder window, the down arrow key or the up arrow key would like move in the Finder thing, in the Finder window. So you don't want to have that, because it's a lot faster if you just press the down arrow key and then drag it in from your Finder. So what you would do next is repeat this process for every track that you have. In this case, it would be for ARPs, ambience, extra, layers, whatever. It has the piano, keys 1, keys 2, keys 3, guitars. And repeat the process that I showed you for every track. And once that's done, you will be way faster than if you were setting the start and end points for every scene or every clip, for every track, and for every song. Just imagine you got 20 songs in your set with 15 multi-tracks each and 12 scenes each. That would be like over 3,000 clips that you would have to set the start points manually. That would be like insane. Yes, just make sure once you're done copying everything, you rename and color code them, as I already told you guys. It just keeps it clean. And the last step would be to really take time to listen to the whole set and make sure every sequence and the sequences flow cleanly into each other. You don't want any surprises on stage. Oftentimes when you do that too fast, sometimes it doesn't take like the start point, or you typed a wrong number in and you would have to like do that again. But just make sure you listen to it and make sure everything's run smoothly. But if you did it for the cue tracks first correctly, you should have no problems. And that's it. With this little workaround, you can set your multi-track session view in a fraction of a time. It's not an Ableton feature, but a community trick that honestly works great. Thank you so much for watching. If this helped you out, don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more Ableton quick tips coming soon. See you guys next time. Peace.